and gentlemen of the Geonosian Gladiator Arena, presenting the epic battle of a Star Trek Red Shirt and Star Wars Stormtrooper.
Expendable, I'm wearing red and I'm expendable. You need me dead, I am dependable. You need me live, I'm not your guy. Cause on the surface where Spock and Kirk is, it's almost certain that I'm gonna die. Expendable am I.
Terrible. When it comes to shooting, I'm just terrible. I shot at 210 rebels and didn't hit a single guy. I couldn't hit the Death Star while on the Death Star. I'd probably shoot my foot and then I'd cry. A terrible shot am I.
Back at the academy, no one was as bad as me, though I tried my very best. Made my teachers all irate, puked from everything I ate, got an F on every test. Though excelling was my wish, I broke the main deflector dish, and they threw me out of class. And they caught me raising heck, naked on the holodeck. I thought there's no way I can pass. And just when I thought that I was screwed, they said, we've got the perfect job for you. You do?
You'll be expendable. You will wear red and be expendable. For getting dead, you are dependable. In fact, you are the perfect guy. If shields are down or we blow a warp core, it's almost guaranteed you're gonna fry. Expendable
am I.
Back when I was just a teen, growing up on Tatooine, Beggars Canyon was my scene. But my aim was really bad, couldn't bullseye a womp rat with my trusty T-16. This made me a little stressed, more than just a bit depressed, drowned my tears at Anchorhead. There I met a man named Big, said he had the perfect gig to put me to the test. And just when I thought that I was screwed, he said,
I've got the perfect job for you.
You do?
You will be terrible. When it comes to shooting, you're just terrible. You'll shoot at 210 Gungans, and not a single one will die. We'll get the last laugh on Palpatine's ass by building him an army of guys. So terrible
am I.
And that's how I became a red shirt.
And that's how I became a trooper.
And though apart we are pathetic,
together we are super duper. I'll shoot at you from a foot or two, and yet much to your surprise, I'll miss you.
Yet I'll still die.
I'll miss you.
Yet I'll still find a way to die.
My loathing has increased just ever so slightly for you, Cassie. Just ever that much more.
Only a little bit?
She has to try harder with the outro.
Do we get a better outro? Is it possible?
Yes. I know what's coming.
Is it what I think it is? Well, it depends on what you think it is.
Hey, Cassie.
Yes.
You know, it just so happens I would love you to play in a Star Trek game because it just so happens that a red shirt position has opened.
I will play all of the red shirts. I have all.
She's Ricky Red
She
Shirt.
has a character name generator. She will keep up.
I'm an alcoholic. Don't tell me that I can play a new character every day.
Hey, guess what? In this Star Trek game, Cassie, there's these things called supporting characters. When your main character's not involved, you take over one. You can make as many of them as you want. Hundreds.
Don't encourage her. Problem.
You can also upgrade them when your character should have leveled up.
Cafe.
Are we calling this part 3?
This is part 3, yes.
Yes. And now that I have done a clearing of the destiny pool, you guys can re-roll the destiny.
My destiny is good.
Yeah.
It makes up for Hans.
Well,
you all
mean
just
Zana?
Zana. Yes, you all just ruined it. Way to go.
Well,
You're
Emily
welcome.
hasn't gone yet.
I had it too light before, but she made me re-roll it. Not my fault.
Well, so far we're 3 and 3. We're not doing terrible. Nope, never mind.
well,
Yeah, I knew I was gonna fuck that one up.
Is that everyone?
You had to say the arcane words. We're not doing too bad.
Yeah, I didn't say the words.
Matt did. It's okay.
It's all good. I knew what I was doing.
Glutton for punishment much?
So I'm
Yeah,
not
we'll be okay.
complaining, but why is my pog so huge?
Because these tiles have no internal consistency. They are not mapped to grid.
Nothing is scaled to the ship. It's that. Just accept.
I could eat all of you.
I can grid the
Dirty?
ship layout if you want, Cassie.
No, I don't have grids on any of the maps.
She does it on purpose.
If it looks like it has a grid, it doesn't really have a grid.
Okay.
Because there's no actual reason to have a grid.
Instead, we have a hex field because hexes are better.
You don't
Hexes
even
are
have
better.
that. Like, you. Distance is a what's the word?
Hexes are better by exactly 2 sides.
Distance.
It kind of reminds me of the distance system in this game. Kind of reminds me of valences and electrons.
One moment.
I like
Distance,
valence
man.
electrons.
It's just a
They're kind of
construct
charged.
of your mind. Like, everything's irrelevant, dude.
Do we need a recap?
Yes, I'm pretty sure we need a recap.
Well, damn. Can I get
remembers
away
what
with this by
happened.
just, like, posting my notes?
You could post your notes, or you could read your notes.
I posted my notes so everyone can read along. Like 2 weeks ago when we did this.
Except not the people at home.
Except they were upside down, and that was apparently a problem. So, from episode 3, which was part 2 of the Drive Yards, is that right?
Yes.
Do our numbers really not line up? I feel attacked.
This is episode 1, part 3, yes.
Episode
Okay,
1,
I have episode 4, part 3.
Maybe it should be. Maybe it should be story 1, episode 3.
This is technically episode 4. Last week, or 2 weeks ago, was episode 3. By whatever weird ass scheme I have in my notebook.
So
Because one of them was
session?
episode 0.
There's sessions and there's episodes. The episode is going to be the arc of this job.
So we are session 4, session 3, episode 1, session 3, and we had a session 0, which was episode 0.
Yes.
I need a flowchart, Cassie. So we left our inglorious band of anti-heroes.
I was hoping you were going to say bastard, but you know.
I mean,
That
we're
too.
not all bastards, thanks.
Yeah, at least one of you has a respectable, like, legal profession.
Assassin
Exactly.
technically is legal. It's sanctioned.
But is it respectable?
I dare you to disrespect her.
Curious will hard pass on that one. She knows what's going on. So we left off in the drive yard. Recall that Aldecor is a front for the Scarlet Fang Syndicate. I wrote it down this time, Cassie.
Uh-huh.
Tarvin and Jadmus hung out on the ship with an unconscious and or ill Shiv, while Steiner, Kiris, and Sin left to meet Sil, who was their contact for the job. We found the contact without too much trouble, and discovered that Aldecor is looking for both cargo and data recovery services for a stolen prototype hyperdrive. It's about 50% smaller with the same functionality, and the schematics were stolen and the hard drives were wiped, or data drives were wiped, because we are far too advanced for hard drives, or something. They're offering 5,000 creds for both the schematics and the drive, or 2,500 for one or the other. There's a bonus for destroying all info on the servers and returning the info and the hyperdrive to, quote, Aldecor. We discovered that there is some increased security in the vicinity of the drive, and we were given a deposit and our hazard pay up front, which was 700 creds, which after an interesting run-in with an old friend, Steiner was able to keep instead of coughing up for a splicer kit.
And he enjoyed himself.
And it was a good date. It was a nice night. It was pleasant. There was probably candlelight. It was just a little bit weird and glitter covered. I have acquaintance ? In my notes. And history ? In quotation.
Now mortal enemy.
Now mortal enemy.
Wink, wink.
Mortal enemy.
After a surprisingly pleasant night. After a surprisingly pleasant night, Steiner returns with a slicer kit and less his dignity, but without any spent credits. And Steiner and Kiris successfully created a chip to splice the feeds in the station.
Yes. Can fly.
We can fly.
There's a fly in our room, and it's being like super fucking annoying.
It wants me to eat it.
It keeps trying to fly into her mouth and into my eyes. It's great.
Well then.
Sorry. I did not mean to explode right there, but it was really annoying.
It's all good. That's all of the recap that I have. I don't know if I missed anything.
That's about accurate.
I was forced to watch weird videos. Please save me.
Was that when we did the...
Yes. Who's not afraid of that laugh?
Don't know what's going on.
Panic.
Glitter.
Or, no,
Glitter.
Fire at the Disco and the German Sparkle Party.
Yes. I have been scarred for life. We did, I think, agree that our end goal was to get the hyperdrive off-world to the drop point, and that we would indeed fulfill, after lots of triple air quotes, we would indeed fulfill the terms of the mission in order to receive full payment and capitalize on the game the Splicers play.
Yes. And also because pissing off a crime syndicate is probably not a very good idea.
And it's not much better than our hyperdrive.
Also, I would like to point your attention to something that I've learned about the system of Roll20. If you go into your character sheet, it has a destiny pool on the top. And you guys have a little thing a button that says use light side.
Oh my.
So instead of using the tokens that I had on the first page to keep track of it, we'll just use this, where when you're using a destiny point, you can press use light side. When I'm using it, I will press use dark side, and it keeps it updated.
I will say the tokens are nice for anybody that does happen to be watching the stream.
They are, but right now the player view is not there.
Yes.
So I don't want to put the tokens on every single layer.
I get that.
Anyway, did anyone? What? Hello?
Oh.
Did anyone else have something to add or detract? I mean,
If I'm wrong, yell at me.
No, that's pretty much how it all went.
Voster knows what club to hang out at now.
That's true.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Avasu is firmly of the opinion that Zana is the best thing to have happened since fucking ever.
The best thing to happen since fucking?
Sounds
No,
about right.
that's going too far.
no, fucking
Too
is the
far.
best thing that happens in sucking.
The best thing that happened since degassing the plasma coils?
Hard pass.
What?
Alright, I seem to recall a plan being discussed. And that is why you guys were getting the slicer kit.
Yes.
We were. Go ahead.
Why did it just go quiet?
Because
I
she
said go ahead.
and then you
Oh.
stop talking.
Yes, it was, but the slicer kit was to mix that that override chip, which is now in Avasu's hands.
And Ovaso was going to go take it and wander through the station towards where the hyperdrive was being stored and try and chip something. And we were going to watch safely from the ship.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We're just seeing if we can hijack onto or ride onto their security system. See if we can't just watch the video feeds.
Oh, wasn't Uvasu going to go and she was going to chip the thing and have a look at what their at least external security looked like?
Mm-hmm. Pretty much, if it's a closed network television system or something, appropriately Star Warsy bullshit relevant, then she can just get the chip connected into it, and then off we go, and we should have access to pretty much all of their stuff on that circuit.
Sure. I tried putting a random ambient noise thing on. Not sure if it is.
Oh, yeah,
It
okay.
works.
It works.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck turned on the warp core?
But wait, it's Star Wars, not Star Trek. What's a warp core?
That noise you're hearing.
It said Imperial Star Destroyer ambient engine sound. I figured, you know what, that's probably similar to what a drive yard would sound like. Like, you're still in a space station, some sort of like ambient mechanical sound.
Yeah, no, that's. It just really reminded me of the warp core noise.
Mm-hmm. Right. I was gonna say something. Okay, so who is going to go places and do the things?
As far as I know, I was the only one, but maybe not.
Well, as far as discussing it in character, so everybody is in. Here, I'll set this up then. So we're all in the mess, right? So we're all over here, hanging out. There's tables and shit. So we're all in the mess, hanging out. And Tarvin's leaning back on one of the benches and whatnot, and he's got his legs up to the side along the bench, and he's just kind of leaning back against some sort of like box he put there. It's like he's trying to makeshift a lounge chair or some shit. And he's just like, "So, Vasu, are you doing this by yourself, or do you want somebody with you? Because, I mean, I don't know quite what kind of skill sets we're looking for on this outing, but I mean, if I can help, I'd like to."
We're looking for subtlety, for the most part. I can do this alone. It'll be fine. But if someone wants to come and keep a second pair of eyes out, just, you know, don't get too close. Don't make it obvious we're together, and try not to get caught.
Yeah, this is outside of my wheelhouse.
Remember, kids, use the buddy system.
I mean, if we're breaking into a place, I can kind of help you with that, but...
You are not the one we want going
No,
into
this is surveillance right now.
To remind you, you guys had found a place kind of outside of their secured area that you could buddy into it from the outside. So you're not like breaking into anything.
Yeah, well, I also plan to do some, you know, pass-bys of their area, so I could just check out the outer security. But yeah.
I'm saying, like, you'd still want to be stealthy because somebody noticed you, you know, getting into a panel or something. That's not good.
Right, sure.
That was more for everyone else's benefit who couldn't quite remember what we had said.
Gotcha.
Well, if you get caught, there's a reason I made it look superficially... Well...
Superficial?
Superficially like a box you'd attach to something to steal someone's cable. I'm not sure what Star Wars would have for, like, TV entertainment.
The GNN, the Galactic News Network.
Kiris kind of looks at him and raises an eyebrow like she still doesn't buy it.
What were you saying, Cassie?
It's the HoloNet and HoloVids.
Yeah, it looks like a HoloNet jack. Like you're stealing someone's HoloNet subscription.
Okay, I mean, I guess that'll probably help. Maybe. We'll see.
So, as far as an out-of-character thing, does anybody have a better perception or vigilance than what I was listing? Or about on par, or something like that?
I have the same perception and double yellow vigilance.
Nope.
And yellow-green cool.
I have 1 rank in perception and a attribute of 3, so yellow and 2 green in perception, and in vigilance, he's just got 1 green.
I am, however, not sneaky and already disguised, so maybe not the best idea for looking like I fit in.
Wait, how does the assassin not have good ranks in perception?
Because most of it's about charming them into being alone and in bed, and then just killing them and walking out.
She's not that kind of assassin.
I'm suddenly very glad that Kiris is still alive.
She's more of an ass in.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Lethal butt stuff.
I mean, if that's what you're into, man.
The only lick in his blood.
Alright, so is anyone going with Ovasu?
If nobody else volunteers, Tarvin's just gonna fucking do it.
Steiner is exhausted. Steiner is not going.
Oh, yes, he is.
You shut your whore mouth.
Wait.
This is all your fault, and I blame you.
I don't know, Kiris. Maybe you should, I mean, disguise thing aside, this is kind of right up your alley, right? Pay attention to things, kind of, you know, play it chill.
I mean, there is the fact that I will at least be more... How would you call it? Sneaky?
I believe the
Maybe more?
term... Okay, not everything I do is bombastic, in your face, you know, wiggle my junk around kind of a thing.
Just most of it.
She laughs. I will go. If no one else wishes to.
I volunteer, but I've had just pulled an all-nighter and an all-nighter. I'm gonna hit some bunk time.
Yeah, he did.
Are you sure you would not like a vitamin supplement?
Can it be taken orally?
Oh my.
My first, like, 4 thoughts were not repeatable. If you so desire.
Then sure.
She throws a foil packet of pills at him. A very friendly, underhanded lob, like one that he's actually intended to catch. She's not like pelting him with pills from across the table.
Like, I don't know why, but like he said orally, and I'm just sitting there and I just flashed to Futurama where it's like, I can't swallow this. It's like, good news, it's suppository.
That's where I went to.
Good, because that's where I intended you all to take it.
That's not where he took it. Well, it is, maybe.
But I thought he didn't take it. That was the point.
Well,
Anyhow.
one of these stories is not matching the others.
So yes, Steiner gets down out of his chair and walks his little butt away to bed.
So who all is...
That would be me.
And I guess Kiris.
And anybody else that wants to.
Just don't group up. Keep separated. Keep watch.
You hear it through the door. And if you get caught, just pretend you're a hobo trying to steal the holovids. Bye.
And I suppose that with that sort of guidance, it's a good thing that I am going along.
Well, just remember, worst case scenario, you say, hey guys, we need help, and then we just, you know, fly the ship over there and start blowing things up. We can minimize collateral damage, it's fine.
With all due respect.
I mean, this is just intelligence gathering. There shouldn't be any need to blow anything up.
See? Except, here's the thing, Ovasu. You use the word shouldn't. There's no such thing as a milk run.
I'm just saying, if someone has to get shot, we should probably try to do it, you know, with a blaster and not the blaster cannons on the ship.
And I agree, and that's why I said if things go, absolutely wrong, just I would rather skip the having to break you guys out of jail part, because that's usually a lot harder than getting to an extraction point. Just saying.
Kiris opens her mouth and raises a hand and then shuts it and puts her hand back down.
Yes, Kiris? Do you have something for the rest of the class?
She tips her head to one side. I don't believe that I understand your mannerism. This is not a class, Crown.
It's another figure. Just imagine if we were a class.
This seems like an illogical and irrational thought exercise.
It is. It's not
Then
actually relevant.
Then why are we partaking?
You know the answer to that.
She smiles and shuts back up.
Anyway, so yes, if things go absolutely terribly freaking just bonkers wrong, we can just fly the ship over there, and we'll get you out. It'll be great.
Alright. Do what you gotta do, I guess.
That really is a, you call that ball. If it gets to that point.
If it does get to that point, do try to keep us from getting shot.
That's what I said. That's fine. You've seen me shoot over the ship. It's good. We're fine.
I'm just imagining the police report where a hobo stealing cable held in fire support ship.
A very well-connected hobo. Just that's when we start planting rumors about like the transients are organizing.
Kira stands up and pats Tarvin on the head.
Oh, do you think we could cause an entire metropolitan area to panic, thinking that the transients are weaponized, or arming themselves?
Is that a rhetorical question or an in-character one?
Oh no, that is absolutely in character.
Do you really want an answer to that, Crown?
Kind of.
It has potential.
I mean, it doesn't help our immediate goal because it would put them all on like high alert and all that nonsense. But if nothing else, it's an interesting idea.
I mean, right now we don't need widespread panic and insanity. Yeah.
It has been strategically suggested that the minimum number of points you would have to engage in order to create mass panic on an economic or social level would be 3 points of major transit hubs, or, this is a rather large order, Crown, 4 smaller government central hubs.
So we have a backup plan.
We have 5.
Okay, cool. I'm good with that. But anyways, yeah, you guys have fun. Like I said, if things go absolutely freaking wrong, then call us.
Yeah, we'll do that, probably.
Probably.
Do either of you have a comm link?
Kiris does.
Tarvin does. And that's not even counting the one in the ship.
Yeah, I got a comm link.
Kiris nods.
I have a thought question here. Gladius.
Yes?
What is your character's cool stat?
I think he's pretty cool, but it all seems like him.
That's not what I was asking.
He has really high presence, but no skills. No skills.
Cool is an actual skill.
I know. I was kidding.
Okay.
He has no points in the skill, but he has really high presence. You do decent at it. As far as I know. Why?
Because he may be helpful to bring on this mission.
Is he? He doesn't really have any vigilance.
I have lots of vigilance.
And he could use his cool to, cool and his persuasion to be like, no, it's fine, we're totally just doing this thing, and then he could, be the face. Somebody else spot the problem, then he just shoos the problem away.
I do have charm and coercion.
Send the girls out on a fun evening. This is totally, what we enjoy doing on our nights off.
Woo, ladies' night out.
I mean, given this crew, yes, it is.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, if we absolutely want 3 people to go, Jadmus will go. I mean, she has none of the skills that were mentioned, but she does have the charm and coercion of 2.
Curious has neither of those. Come along, Jadmus. For old time's sake.
Absolutely.
Kyrus smiles with perhaps a little bit too much tooth involved. My headcanon is that Tarvin is in the corner just wondering what the hell is going on.
There's a story there, and I definitely want to hear it, but not right now.
Yeah, I was about to say, Jadmus does something that she hasn't done since getting on the ship. She actually smiled.
Yes! Tarvin owes Kyrus money. Anyhow. That bet was never made. It should have been made, but it was never made. Shall we, ladies?
Alright, let's get moving. Again.
Have fun storming the research facility.
Don't get too close. Keep your eyes open. Mainly we want to see what kind of security you have on the outside, but also, just make sure no one else gets caught.
Think hobo thoughts.
That is a ridiculous suggestion, and I'm not doing it.
I fail to understand the relevance of this proposition.
Because your fallback plan was to be like, no, it's just just hobos chilling out.
She flaps her hand at Tarvin to try and get him to be quiet.
No, that's a stupid suggestion, and I'm not doing it. Don't worry about it. I got this.
I'll
bring you something nice back, Tarvin.
Okay, I'll tell Steiner that you guys didn't like his idea.
Good. You just tell them. That's fine.
So Kyrus pulls her hood up and kind of meanders out of the mass and towards the lifts. Cassie, are we docked or in a hangar?
You are muted.
You are in a hangar.
Okay, then she meanders over to the lifts and down onto the hangar floor and waits for the others down there.
Oh, well, Jadmus walked with her.
And Mouse trails behind.
Where are we going, Cassie?
The area that you are going is kind of like a row of different offices because it turns out that the mainframe for the the computer side of things is not necessarily right next to where the hyperdrive is being stored. Does that make sense? And it is, so you pass several different office looking areas before you come across it. And what you're looking for is a panel that is actually outside of the buildings. So as people pass by, you're going to not want them to be seeing you. But you're not actually breaking into their facility at this point.
Okie dokie. Well, when we get there, I'm gonna, find the proper panel. Wait, of course, until we got some a moment, and then try to get this done.
I will follow your lead, Professor.
Just keep an eye out. Like I said, don't get too close. Keep an eye out. Warn me on comms.
Cassie, vigilance is for when we know we're expecting something, and cool is for when we don't know, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And did you say if there was anything else around this area, or if it was just like the compound buildings?
It's
like food shops or anything?
Okay, so because the rings, the offices and stuff are basically on the interior of the ring, as it were.
Okay.
And occasionally you'll see other hangars and some vending shops kind of on the outer ring, or outer part of the ring.
Okay.
But it's huge. It's not like one single hallway, It's a very large structure. So mostly what you're seeing around there is offices.
Okay.
So eventually you are going to find your way to that panel, or to at the very least, to that company that is hosting the security, essentially. And how are you guys going to set up? I've kind of set this to be fairly freeform.
Curious will stand out in kind of the open, keeping an eye on things and looking at like a holo map on her comlink or something. As kind of a disguise for the fact that she's just standing there. Do you want me to go ahead and roll vigilance?
You don't need to right now.
Okay.
Vigilance is more like an initiative roll, or there's a few other cases where it is used, but at the moment it is not needed.
Okay.
Perception is the thing that could be used.
I can definitely do perception. What difficulty?
I'll go with a 2.
Wait, where are my dice sense? I just rolled a net 0.
Yeah, you rolled the net 0.
There are my dice sense.
You think you noticed something on that map, and you're just like, wait a minute, what is this?
Hold on now, wait, that's where we are.
It's like, oh man, I just got lost. Where are we on this ring again?
Wait. Is this galactic north or planetary north?
Is there a planetary north on a set of rings? Is it just clockwise and counterclockwise? How does this work? Where is up? What is down? She flips the map over.
If it's a ring, is it east or is it west? Is there a point where east becomes west?
I like to think that the net 0 perception roll wouldn't be that bad. At least I didn't fail.
This is true.
She has a point.
Anyhow.
Sorry, it just made me giggle.
Yes.
It is kind of incredible that so much is going on with that roll and nothing happened. It's almost poetic in a way.
Story of my life.
Oops. Anyway, anybody else doing anything?
Well, I'm gonna be taking that panel off and trying to slip that chip in there.
She's doing the thing.
What?
Oh, never mind. TV in the background. Got it. Somebody said wait right before you muted and I was very confused.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. You're trying to get the panel off and not be noticed while doing so. While Curious did not have any successes or failures, basically what you do wind up seeing, Curious, is you're kind of seeing people as they're coming up on you. You're not like seeing absolutely nothing, but you're not managing to catch them before they get close enough to see you as well.
Okay.
So if Avasu's going to be messing with the panel, like there are people walking back and forth, getting stuff done. So are you going to try and do it like trying to hide that you're doing it, or are you trying to act casual about it?
I mean, unless it's a small panel, hiding is not going to be. I mean, how big is the panel? I guess that's the thing.
It's like probably a foot square.
Okay. Then no, we're gonna be trying to look casual about it. Like, just make it look good.
Alright, you will be rolling a skullduggery if you are doing that.
What is my difficulty? My trouble or whatever dice. 2. Okay, now I do have convincing demeanor. Does that count here?
What does your convincing demeanor do?
It says remove 1 setback die per rank from deception or skullduggery rolls.
At the moment, you don't have a setback die.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the dice are.
Yeah. If you had a black die because of something going wrong, that is
Okay, black dice. Gotcha.
yeah. So, people have not, like, people don't stop you, but you are getting some looks. Like, they're wondering why you're there.
So not like super inquisitive, but more like something like, oh, I wonder what they're up to. Or
yeah, like,
middle ground.
Or
a middle ground between those.
Kind of a middle ground. They're not stopping you because it's not their business, you know, but they're also wondering, are they even supposed to be there?
Oh shit, you know what we should have done? We should have gone and mugged her like electrician and like put his uniform on.
Yes, it's too bad that wasn't thought of.
It's too bad that it wasn't thought of beforehand. However, you do have light side points.
So it could have been thought of beforehand.
It could have been thought of beforehand. That would give her a blue roll to, a blue die to roll.
I will leave that up to your guys' discretion since I'm not there.
I mean, it's not like we ever spend all of our light side points anyhow.
That's the fucking truth.
Let's do it, kids.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. So somebody use a light side point.
Go, Emily.
6 to 2. This is a wonderful ratio. Cassie's so excited right now.
And
how does that work?
Now turn your negatives to 0 and just roll 1 blue die up at the top. And whatever. Alright, you have 3 advantages.
And still no success.
This is fine. Everything's fine.
But you have the advantage.
You have 3 advantages, which is still awesome. Because you can use advantages to do things like first of all, let me find that page. But do you have, before I give you examples, do you have any ideas of how to use your advantage?
No, I have no idea what. Like, I'm still like really fuzzy on this whole advantage success thing.
I got it. I have an idea. Emily, do you mind if I throw out an idea so that Cassie can shoot it down?
Okay, throw it out.
Okay, Cassie, what if local police constabulary, fuck whatever words.
Constabulary.
Constabulary.
Yeah. Point is, what if they're all like, for completely unrelated reasons, like, all right, well, it's time for that parade to come through. We're gonna go block off this street now. This is
Maybe-
profound silence.
They're going to transport
Well,
prototype hyperdrive.
I'm not sure about a parade necessarily, but closing off the street for a reason.
Yeah, just like whether it was for a parade or not, it's like just make it a. Oh, we need to work on the fucking. We're blocking off the street so that the fucking city workers can come in here in like half an hour.
Yeah.
And they can go work on the sewage drains that go under the building. I don't fucking know.
Go for it.
All right, I guess so. I don't know.
Somebody gasped.
What?
I don't know if that was a gasp or if that was just somebody making a sound.
Yeah, I don't know either. I thought I heard somebody gasp. I was gonna be like, does somebody have an idea? Anyway. Yeah, you can certainly say that the street is getting closed. You're still going to probably roll to not, or either roll to the technology to get this done quickly, the computers or mechanics, whichever one you're using, or you would have to roll skullduggery to make the police think that you are supposed to be there. Spaceport security or whatever the fuck they are. Graveyard security.
Wait, what?
So if that particular section is being blocked off for maintenance in, 30 minutes or whatever, you'd either need to get done with what you're doing very quickly, or roll to make security think that you are supposed to be there.
Does creating an advantage add extra layers of stuff you have to do?
She's still gonna have to get it done.
Yes, that's why they're blocking up the entrance. I don't know, it just seems kind of better to have an advantage add.
What is the difference between a stealth check and a skullduggery check?
A skullduggery is like a sleight of hand.
And stealth is like staying hidden.
Yeah, stealth is I don't want people to see me.
Could Curious
so
help
what-
Ovasu stay hidden with a stealth roll?
What Ovasu could do is try and get this done fast, because you see that they're starting to block off the streets, and what they're going to do is patrol from one side to the other to make sure that there's not going to be anybody remaining. So Kiris could either help Ovasu get this done faster, since Kiris actually has more mechanics, or Ovasu would have to convince them that she's supposed to be there somehow.
I will happily help.
Okay.
Would the fact that Curious helped make the chip give me any kind of advantage on the roll?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Cool.
You definitely have... Already you do have a blue die, and so it would give an additional blue die.
Alright, so Curious is going to put her map away and stop debating the intricacies of ring dynamics. And go help Ovasu and kind of say, can I try?
Well, I mean, we're not going to get caught anymore, or at least not right away, so go ahead.
Alright, so it's mechanics difficulty 2 with 2 blue dice.
Mm-hmm. Difficulty 2, did I say?
I don't know that you said. I asked.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You succeeded.
I did, and I have hella advantage.
Holy fuck, that's a lot of advantages.
So I get that shit done fast.
Yeah.
And can I use some of those advantages to wiggle the chip around extra good and get audio and video and kind of a network map?
Yep, good. Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Does that spend all of my advantages?
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus, once you guys put the panel back on and everything, you're good to go back.
We want to try to go back in a way that takes us by the front of the building where the outside security is going to be, just so we can see, see what we can see there.
Seems reasonable. Chadmus?
Sure.
So, Curious screws the panel back on. Or snaps it back in place. I don't know how these things work.
It's okay, neither do the writers of the setting.
Can they be swishy panel doors like the Star Trek doors are? Wish.
Cassie, she had just taken a drink of her alcohol. She's just sitting there going like, "You son of a bitch!" You can see the look on her face.
I love you, Cassie. Come back to me. I can do better.
Now she's swinging
Not
hairbands
you,
at me.
Matt.
Okay.
It's never you, sweetheart.
I feel so loved.
Just so you know, Jimmy, if I'm ever playing, third wheel to your Star Trek game, I promise I will give your game the same degree of shit.
Notice he hasn't invited you to play.
Oh, snap.
That's because I work those days.
He invited me to play, but I think only because he wants to kill me over and over and over again.
Like Tom Cruise in that one movie.
That was the best Tom Cruise movie because he kept dying.
I really liked that one. That was cathartic.
Cassie, would I be such a bitch to invite you to a game to kill you every single game? Stop shaking your stop nodding, Frank.
Yes.
Stop
You played with Jimmy. You played with Darby.
Hey,
But
his
see-
character survived for 7 adventures, and it wasn't even my fault he died.
Yeah, it was his own damn fault.
Still, you would. And I wouldn't mind.
And the worst part is, it's not even one of those instances of like, oh, do you really think so little of me? No. This is just reasonable expectation.
Anyway, Emily, which place are you wanting to see?
The Aldi Corp place where we're going to be breaking into. We just want to look at the front, see what they're outside, security outside, or if we can see directly to the main lobby of the building or whatever, what that looks like. Just a quick look,
From what you can see, it looks like a, well, you're not breaking into Aldi Corp. Aldi Corp hired you.
Oh, right. Well, the place.
The place looks like a manufacturing facility. So, as you look in, you see that there is a lot behind those doors. Like, there's probably lots of workers going in and out, but mostly just that is a small place.
Any obvious security besides just maybe cameras?
Yes, there you can see security guards patrolling. Basically, there are, at the very least, 2 right by the doors where you walk in, by their lobby. And you can't see much past the lobby because it looks like there are passageways that go beyond it that you can't see into. Like, they turn and whatnot.
Okie dokie.
I need to find a reason to use dark side points.
No, you don't.
Of course I do. Very important. Because when I use dark side points, then you get light side points. Anywho. Yeah, not a small facility that you are planning to break into.
Sounds like fun.
So much.
Well, I mean, then we pretty much got everything we came for, I think, so.
Back to the ship then?
Yep.
So, when you guys get back, Tarvin is he's on the bridge still, and he's just kind of like, he's got his data pad in his lap, and he's got his feet up on one of the consoles, and it kind of looks like, you know, those times when you see somebody that kind of curls up in their computer chair, and so he's just sitting there with the console. He's flipping through stuff, and if anybody walks in, then it's the video feeds from the thing that they did. He's just gonna be looking it over like, why do they have so many bathrooms?
Kyrus will head up to the bridge when they get back. And just kind of stand in the connector. Just wondering what's going on there. Because why the hell are his feet on the console?
It's relaxing. He's chill.
Accidental hyperdrive, anyone?
You know what? The station's gonna come out far worse than the ship is, because everybody on the ship will just die instantly. Everybody else is gonna get sucked into the vacuum of space. Also, much like the thing about like Riker leaning against a freaking console, it's like, if by this point of technology and whatnot that we don't have the ability to, you know, register an accidental butt dial and or just whatever, something along those lines, we don't have any business being in space.
especially when Star Wars seems to deal more with levers and buttons rather than touchscreens.
That's not the point. That was an artifact of when it was written. And yes, I know better than to think that I'm right in that, but that's not the point. Okay, so is anybody else gonna be involved?
Steiner wanders around behind, like kind of ducking around Kyrus's legs. He's holding a white mug of like some form of stim drink. As he sips it, also, doesn't the computer have some form of bypass to make sure you don't hyperdrive in close proximity to space stations? You know.
Nope.
Kyrus looks down at Steiner, raises an eyebrow, looks back up at Tarvin. In other news, not only do we have the video feed, but we have audio as well as what I believe is a network map.
Gimme.
Kyrus does not have a data pad, and she points at Tarvin.
Get your own data pad, mister. I got a friggin' slicing kit for free. No, fine here. And he just kind of holds it out to him.
That's when Ovasto swings in, grabs it, and holds it above his head.
I just need you to be one of those. Tell me how to start.
Hey, that's not a toy. That was expensive.
I'm kidding. That didn't happen.
Alexa, network data map on screen.
I would like to at one point install an AI in our ship, guys, please. Out of character? Can we?
A friendly assistant AI?
Yes.
Who can
that wants to take over the world.
Who we can laugh at continually get frustrated at because she keeps misrecognizing her name.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, Steiner does in fact reach into his little pack, pull out his own.
That's really loud, Cassie.
Hold on. I thought I turned it down. It didn't turn down.
A little too much now.
Yeah, now it doesn't exist.
Okay. That's good. I can deal with that.
I apologize.
Maybe a little
I
less.
turned it down. Huh?
A little more down.
Okay.
Just a smidge more.
I turned it down before I pressed play and then it went back up. It was being annoying.
Steiner sighs, takes a long sip of his coffee while staring at Sin. Pulls out his own data pad. And starts pushing some buttons to access their feed. Look over in the network map. Good. This will all work wonderfully. Another long sip of the stimulant drink. So how long are we going to observe these people?
That's kind of, dependent on how long it takes us to figure out what their, and memorize what their routines and rotations are.
It's not like they really give us a time frame to work on all this in, right?
Unless they've also hired other individuals to attempt to retrieve the hyperdrive for them.
I don't know. These guys seem like they would be smart enough to know that too many hands in the cookie jar is going to cause problems. But I mean, you could be right. That would suck. I don't know, can I roll my knowledge underworld to know which one would be a little bit more likely? Cassie.
You could,
like through insights of the reputation kind of a thing.
So yes, you could roll knowledge underworld, but you may not need to, depending on if Steiner realizes a thing.
So make Steiner roll first.
I already sent him a thing.
Josh, pay attention to your thing.
You do know that I have to keep this full screen, right? Sorry, hang on, let me get my phone.
Sorry. I apologize.
But she's not sorry.
You never know. Stealing it from someone else might be easier than stealing it from these guys.
These guys have to operate within limitations. If they're hiring another, break and grab team, they might pull ordnance where they don't care about collateral damage if they've already got the goods in their hold and they don't have to worry about it.
Well, it is worth mentioning that it was advertised openly online. Anyone could have found that ad.
Yeah, but did they actually give them the details and the job?
No way of knowing.
Well, if we're observing, we can call them?
By we, you mean I.
Yes, that is exactly what I meant. Have fun!
Another long sip.
That sound. Stop.
she took off her headset to get away from it.
Not realizing it's in the room with her.
Brilliant. I love this. This is the best night.
Can't meet you in real life. Why?
Sure you can. So you can. You just
It
have
just takes
to.
a pillow.
Yeah.
A pillow and shh, it'll all be over soon. And then she can go marry Sarah.
I will cook and feed her and take her for walks, and it will be good.
Cass, you ready for walkies? Hold up.
Fuck you, man!
I had something I was gonna say, but it's been lost in that little exchange.
Anyway,
every time I open my mouth.
As far as basics is, you would know that they might actually give out the details on the job to maybe one other group.
As insurance.
Yeah.
So let me get back into Steiner voice. So, in all likelihood, they'll probably give it out to maybe one more person. That's what I do. Insurance backup.
The B team.
Maybe.
So we should keep an eye on our observations, make sure no one else is observing them.
Probably. But we'd probably have to do that one in person.
Alright, so I guess we gotta try to get this memorized quickly. We'll probably need at least a day of observation, though.
We gotta case that place. Steiner moves over and climbs up into a chair at the console, normally where comms go through. Starts observing the network mass and the audio.
Shiv will lean on the back of the same chair and watch the same screen.
He turns back briefly as he starts dialing a number. Okay. Silence on the deck for a minute. He dials up that dude.
Fuck. I gave him a voice.
Yep.
And specifically a voice that you said that you knew you weren't going to be able to do again.
Are you just voice or video?
We just voice.
Hollow, I should say. Okay. Well, I hope you have good news for me.
Job is progressing. We actually are trying to establish a timetable on when we need to get this done. You got any other hands out in the field?
I have a group. If you guys don't be getting this done.
So they are set to deploy. Have not deployed. Dang it, now he's infecting me with his accent. Sorry.
Diner is now slightly southern.
Oh god, he's a Virginian.
Anyway.
Virginians are an affront to all of us Southerners, thanks.
Continue, Cassie, please.
What
did he say?
He said, "That's right. They're ready, but they're not out in the field yet." I want to keep in case something goes south.
Like his
Steiner's accent.
I'm gonna kick you. Oh, I don't anticipate there'll be any problems. So far, everything's progressing swimmingly. Talk to you in a day or so.
Please don't make everything swim into the drive yards.
Steiner wheels around on his chair. Okay, so we got like a day or two. Tops. He's got another team on the line.
That's not what I mean, he made it sound like they were just on the wing if we fail, not if we don't get it done by the time they get impatient.
Or reading between the lines when his patience runs out. Either or.
How long would you wait?
You know, south. There was no definition of south there.
Well, it's probably down because rings.
What if the rings were going like along the poles of the planet, though?
I mean, the magnetospheres wouldn't let that happen unless physics is fucked up too.
I mean,
this is Star Wars. Physics is fucked up.
It's all rule of cool. I mean, fuck. In Hero Society, the freaking space base that they have orbits the moon reliably.
Touché.
And I don't know, maybe their poles are to the east and the west.
I was like, fuck this shit. I cannot handle you people right now.
I was gonna make a comment and then my voice cracked, so I just ran with it.
I mean, some planets do spin on a horizontal axis. It's
the new spin. I fucking got you.
Are we rolling to figure out which way north is or south
No,
is?
this is something else.
Okay.
Either way, we got some time. So let's start big brothering these dudes.
I would not be opposed to getting my hands on a copy of the schematics either.
Didn't say we couldn't have one.
He beeps and boops a few buttons, and he's like, "It's on your datapad."
Wait, the schematics for the hyperdrive?
Oh.
Cassie?
No.
Did we got
No.
the network map? Can we have the
No.
schematics?
You got the schematics for the
Network
layout.
architecture.
For
Or the network architecture, and one of the things you got was the layout of the building.
Okay, she wants those too, so that works.
Yeah, there's a couple beep boops, and Steiner goes, "It's in your folder. I made one for each of you."
Kyrus wanders off to the med bay to find her datapad that has been left somewhere, probably.
Yeah, but Steiner begins doing listening while he analyzes the network architecture.
Oh, I do have a datapad. Sweet. Sorry.
It's okay.
So, as far as like the network architecture thing, then just for the sake of clarity, so everybody's on the same page, Cassie, what you're saying is we know where like all of their data panels are. We just don't know have access to the data network.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is incredibly important for Steiner, which is why he's committing it to memory.
What were we saying, Gladius?
And this is a live feed, so we're seeing personnel coming and going and doing the thing.
Yes.
Alright. Ship is going to, every time someone walks by a camera, rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. Just kind of whisper it in Steiner's ear while he's trying to concentrate.
That one's a 6. Maybe a 5.5. I mean, for you, they're an 8.
Nobody breaks the 7 in Shiv's scale.
I like them a little thicker. I won't apologize for it.
And Ubasu is going to carefully pay attention to security.
So,
oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
I have been able to find the contact information to one of the higher-ups in the research division.
Ooh.
He happens to be a very big fan of part of what I do.
Killing people are Jadmus.
The sexy part or the killing people part?
The first half.
Oh, okay. At this point,
I can't say that I'm.
Tartvin's eyes just get really big and wide. He gets super excited, and he's got like his hands clenched up into fists in front of his chest as he sits straight up in his chair. Jadmus, are you gonna go on a date?
This is hardly a date.
I understand you're always working, but this is the closest thing that I will have seen you get to go on a date in like months.
Kyrus shoots Jadmus a look.
Because you keep telling me no.
What do you think that
Crown?
what do you think that that we were doing while Ovasu was going into the panel. I consider that a date.
You know, that's fair. Never mind. I
It's very fair, isn't it?
What's that?
Very fair, isn't it?
So, this gentleman, he likes the sucky, not the fucky.
What?
I believe the implication there, Steiner, was both.
Well, no, the fucky, like you fucked him up, and he makes several knife stabbing gestures. Yeah, the knife does the fucky.
I'm leaving. You guys are. I'm done right now. I just can't.
Sin.
I have security rotations to memorize. You just shut up and leave me alone.
Well, hold on, Ovasu. I have a plan for that, and he's gonna walk off the bridge with her. Since at this point his humor has probably reached its limit with these people before they start stabbing him.
Hey, and as they walk away, he's like, hey, and I got probably another 12 hours of audio to go over, and this network. I gotta get the humor in somewhere.
And Steiner, you did an admirable job.
And how? He puts back on the headphones and goes back to what he was doing.
Kyrus is drawing in red pen, drawing on the screen with a stylus in red over the floor plans and schematics. And is curled up on the couch in the lounge, wherever the hell we put our lounge.
You could just say that in characters so that we can have role playing. Because I think the interactions on the bridge are done.
Well, no, because we have to discuss like the whole what's the plan with trying to get what's his fuck out on a fuck date thing. So you guys can discuss that while he's off with Ovasu. You don't have to watch this and commit it all to memory. We have a mainframe.
How exactly do you plan to accomplish this, Jadmus?
The tale as old as time. Boy meets girl, girl carrots boy.
Is that how that one goes?
My dear Kyrus, are you jealous?
I would never. She turns a little bit darker blue. Just a little bit.
Be mindful which side of this operation you're getting jealous of. We need to make it weird.
With our shared past, that would be a handy challenge. Context. Actually, the context doesn't make it any better, never mind.
Steiner flips off one of the earpieces, puts it behind his ear. So, what's this dude gonna get us?
I might be able to get some sort of schedule out of him.
Maybe some keys, too?
It's possible.
I mean, If he brings his keys.
I only meet in their quarters. In their own quarters.
Hey, I'm just going by what I see in Holovids. I don't know your part of the job. Personally speaking.
I don't know. I think you did an admirable job, as I said before.
He looks quizzically at that.
Curious gets that one and laughs.
Oh, you mean... He narrows his eyes and sips his coffee. Fuck you.
I did not believe that that was your style, Steiner.
It's not.
So is this a vengeful sort of exchange then?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Is this a vengeful sort of exchange then?
He made me have a good time. And he goes back to what he was doing again.
Curious looks over at Jadmus. Never have I heard someone complain so thoroughly about having a good time.
It is rather surprising.
You see him turn up the volume on the audio.
Now, Kiris, to help allay some of this jealousy that you might be feeling,
I am not jealous at Jadmus.
your skin tone kind of betrays that opinion, or that statement.
Her eyes narrow.
You realize this is just part of my job.
When have I ever handled that aspect of anything particularly well, Jadmus?
Fair point. I'm just more open about it now. Well, about this portion of it. Besides, you have Crown to Google after.
Who does... Hang on. Who is still trying to guess exactly how it is that you and I know each other, for the record.
I think it's more fun if we leave the guessing.
This was roughly my assumption as well.
I will leave you to what you're doing. I need to go schedule this intelligence gathering.
I will provide you with an annotated map by the end of the afternoon.
Thank you, and I will try and get as much as I possibly can.
Giggity.
I couldn't do it in character, so I'm glad you did out.
Okay, so... Cassie, I'm going to contact the higher up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, how did I find out about his extracurricular interests through like some sort of ad that he placed, or is it like a search history?
Probably through a company that you have worked through before.
Okay, then I will contact him through that company.
Yeah.
You need the comms console?
Don't the quarters have those? Or no?
There's a central comm link on the bridge, and then there is a second set at the lower and the upper deck. One console on either side.
So not one on personal quarters.
Correct.
I'll go to the one that's on
But
the
you-
upper deck.
Do you not have your own personal comms?
Oh, I do. Yes.
So
I
you
will
can do
contact
that
her.
as well.
Yeah, from my quarters.
Steiner, grumbling at the bridge. Only Steiner gets to choose when Steiner has a good time.
I'm just amused that Steiner is salty that he had a good time.
There's probably a reason for that.
Fly.
Safe word.
There was nothing physical that happened. They behaved.
But he had a good time.
But yeah, Jimmy can do much of this just in text with me so we don't take out of everyone's screen time right now.
Yep, yep.
Are you and Jimmy gonna write smut?
No!
Damn.
It's very much going to be a...
You didn't even ask Jimmy if Jimmy's okay with writing smut. You're just like, no. You just, wow. You don't think Jimmy can write good smut, do you?
I actually just...
Can I proofread the smut if it gets written for, science?
I mean, if Jimmy wants to write the smut, he can.
I will be honest with you. I'm horrible at writing smut.
Something about practice?
Something, be gentle.
Something, Lulu be get his blood. And then Senpai noticed me.
And then what was that, Cassie?
Senpai noticed me.
Oh my god, by the way, there's a video you need to watch because fucking Emily was about dying last night.
It was really funny.
Game people, game. We will have time for this after.
Yes.
But getting the basics of what things happen, I can do with Jimmy. While you guys prepare other plan.
I have been assaulted by a shiv.
Oh, baby.
Look at that big thing. It's all on top of him now.
Oh my.
Cassie, what kind of roll would I need to make to plan a route through the compounder base? Warfare?
Well,
Well,
if you're looking at the base schematics in general, I can give you guys a map. You don't know where the thing is going to be at.
Okay.
But
if any of these consoles that we have on the network have a network name, though, like do they have network names, or is their sysadmin incompetent?
Their sysadmin's probably incompetent at Star Wars.
That's unfortunately fair.
What Curious is looking for was
any clues about where the hyperdrive would be stored, where there were heightened levels of mechanical entanglement or structure.
And I was asking, my thing was mostly asking about what we could figure out through deductive reasoning.
Yeah. There's just were you looking for the physical map of the compound?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this map doesn't tell you where people are or what items are where. It's just a basic structural Okay.
But it shows me structural details.
Yes.
Yes. Hell yeah.
Oh, I accidentally moved thing. Shit. Where were things? Where was map?
I'm right here.
I said map.
Is anyone else getting like a Shadowrun vibe from the map?
Well, I'm getting an annoyance from the map.
Oh.
Because I had it set up.
I can see it.
I had it set up and then I accidentally started moving the map. Because I was on the move map layer. I think I put it back right. Oh yeah. I stole the map from Imperial Assault, so there's that.
That's okay.
It's actually 3 maps. Or 2 or something like that.
Curious has questions, like where the giant hole in the floor leads.
That's actually a thing in Star Wars.
Yeah, they all have like trip hazards that will kill you if you.
Okay.
And no handrails.
No, right, it's no bigger than a wall rat.
In Star Wars, handrails are for losers.
The crazy thing is, if you drop a grenade in there, the whole station explodes.
Oh no.
Damn. What was the name of that big monster thing that that Jabba kept under his throne?
The Rancor.
The Rancor.
Rancor! Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. I knew it was something that was almost a word.
I just realized my phone has been ringing for the past 30 minutes.
Oh.
I'll be back.
I know that that hole is a thing, but I forget what the thing is.
Passport, drone access.
I think it's some kind of vent, but you don't actually tend to fall into it because there's a field around it. In a lot of games, you can just walk right over it.
So if we want to score railing kills, we got to take down that field.
Wants to do what?
Railing kills.
Okay, I'm back.
Come back.
So where were we on our plan?
Our plan was being edited.
Matt, you're muted.
C4 plan was edited and fixed.
How is it being edited?
You kind of just kept talking about why there are holes in the floors in certain settings and whatnot, and that's kind of where we kept going in circles a little bit for just a bit there.
It wasn't getting edited though. Like,
I never mind.
okay, I was just confused.
I can help with getting some of the ship's computer stuff set up to help you guys out and everything, but B&E isn't exactly my thing. So I guess we'll figure out what we figure out from Jadmis's date. Work date.
Meeting.
Wait, does that make this dude a coworker now? Just unwitting?
Technically.
I believe the term is unwitting stew.
Stooge is a good term. Cassie. So, I have been listening while this has been going on, while these plans have been being made, to the audio. Basically, all of the chatter that's been going on in this facility. What should I learn to figure out what Steiner or what should I roll to learn what Steiner has learned?
you could roll. Oh, first, what do you think makes most sense to roll as a as your character? Like, what skill do you think he's using most at this point?
Honestly, it's probably a perception.
I guess it could be a perception just to hear everything, or you could roll something specific, like you were listening to very specific parts of it.
No, he's pretty much going through everything just in case. He is
Okay,
a thorough
then.
man.
Yeah, a generalized perception roll then.
Okie dokie.
Too difficult here. One blue die.
Oh, one blue die?
Yeah. You've had headphones on.
Ah.
You've been ignoring everybody.
How do I just roll the blue die?
Press increase the blue die thing and take away the purples, and then just press the little D20 thing in the middle.
So all in all, 5 advantages.
I tried. Well, you have 5 advantages. You could have learned how often the guard's shift changes.
Okay, and? I want all that hot, juicy office gossip. I want to know when the guards changes, who's got beef with who.
You have definitely learned about, like, how this researcher is secretly banging this other researcher, and a third person likes the other person, and they don't know that they're banging each other.
Oh, it's like a soap opera.
It's like a soap opera in there.
I remember these days.
Out of character, is this a reflection of a character dynamic within our group too?
I remember when Karen got dumped.
You know that the security officers they kind of view the researchers like their own holodrama.
This is amazing. Now,
and they gossip about the researchers.
In terms of useful information. So I can learn how often the guards change shifts. Can I learn anything else about their procedures? Anything else about?
You know that there is a double safety on all research materials when they are put into the computer.
Okay.
They need 2 passwords input from different stations, so that there's always 2 people.
Oh, I could spoof that.
Mm-hmm. And you know that to access some of the more particular workstations, there is a biometric required.
Harder to spoof. He notes down on like his data pad, might need hostage. Wait, Jadmus could get us a hostage. Jadmus could be getting us a hostage right now. Shit.
Wait, did someone say hostage?
Indeed, I just said hostage. I mean, I was kind of talking to myself. He eases the earbud off of his ear.
Answered.
Alright.
There's some biometric locks. You need a person to unlock them. Meaning we need someone with clearance. Unless we just.
I mean, I don't know. Couldn't you bypass that with your little kit?
It's possible, but it's harder than just like putting someone's hand to a scanner.
I suppose that's fair.
I mean, we'll put my bypass as part 1 potentially, but.
Just, I don't know, hostages are messy.
They are.
Only if you make them.
Well, I mean, we gotta, gotta get them. Gotta make sure they stay confined. And then they gotta either limit who they know, what they see, or let them see everything. And then you just gotta decide what to do with them at the end. It's a lot of mess.
Just describe most of my past relationships.
By the way, why have you been leaning in the back of my chair for 12 hours?
Boredom. I was thinking how long it would take you to notice.
Well, that was 15 seconds.
Waited 12 hours to mention it.
I was seeing how long until your arms got tired. Or your feet got tired. Or all of you got tired. I don't know.
So you're testing my endurance.
Znah's gonna test his endurance.
We'll go with that. Yeah. Right.
How bold.
I under no circumstances believe it's actually been 12 hours at this point. I don't know, Cassie, how long has it been? How long has Steiner been here doing this stuff? I spend one of my advantages to make it go faster.
You made time go faster.
No, I made it so that he got results quicker.
Probably a couple hours.
Okay.
Well, because again, if nothing else, there's the hard drive on the computer, and you can just save stuff and be like, "Okay, the conversation's happening here," and fast forward to that part of the recording.
It's true.
VCRs, man, it's advanced tech.
DVRs.
Nope, VCR.
Nope.
Though they did manage to put all of the Death Star schematics into a floppy disk, so they probably can compress their information really well.
Basically. So yeah, it's been so Shiv has been standing there leaning on Steiner's chair for like 2 hours.
Called commitment. You could learn some.
Right. Commitment. So, is there something you needed? Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked.
Mission accomplished.
By Big Blue over here.
Stop trying to sidetrack. Steiner, please. We need to get this done before a guy decides he's not going to pay us anymore.
Well, my fun. Very well, very well.
So, I come back down.
So, how did it go?
It went fine. When are we timing this break-in?
We haven't really established a time scale. We're just kind of casing the place now.
We needed to know what you know.
We might need a hostage.
Well, I was able to get in contact with him and made arrangements to meet with him and do something that he's always wanted to do.
Butt stuff.
No work play.
Ooh.
Work play.
So we'll be messing around in his office or in the building.
Excuse me a moment. And Tarvin's just going to walk out of the room, down a hall,
I'll
into
be in
his
my
room,
bunk.
and all you hear is...
So Steiner looks at Sin. Well, this might open up some things, because now we don't have to restrain, minimize the...
Kyrus walks out.
Because now we don't have to restrain, minimize the information gained, or...
I mean, who said restraining couldn't be a thing?
Kyrus walks out.
I mean,
down the
Steiner,
hall.
I'm not sure, necessarily how this might work.
Into Tarvin's quarters. You are not restraining me, Crown.
Oh my!
I am. I just wanted to double check what time you were planning on doing this, or doing the break-in, because I need to contact him with time.
Okay. So, what are the times of the guard shifts over? Cassie, just give me some random times.
Let's go with
2,900 hours.
Do they go on a 24-hour clock?
No, they obviously go on a greater number of hours.
I noticed. Actually, I can't remember. Anyway. They change shifts about every 4 hours.
On rotating shifts, okay.
Yeah.
So, we're probably going to do it in the... Well, we're probably going to do it in the evening. That makes the most sense.
Okay.
And they change over every 4 hours, so... Steiner checks like a little timepiece on his wrist. We don't want to make your new friends suspicious.
Let's not be generous in titles.
Fuck buddy. Fuck buddy's much better.
Coworker.
We're gonna call
Victim.
We're gonna call him Mark because he's a mark.
That's better.
Oh shit. Getting all professional up in this. I'm so proud of you guys.
Hang on, I'm doing divisions of 3 in my head, sorry. We'll go about 9, I'd say. Oh, no, sorry, it's 4. Yeah, we'll go at the guard shift changeover at midnight. Either midnight or 8. Thoughts, Jadmus?
About doing it at midnight?
Either midnight or 8 p.m.
The likelihood of there being... Well, Cassie, have we established, like, if there are less people overnight than there are, or is it always a constant?
There are less people overnight for the research.
Why don't we do it at midnight?
Your mark would not be suspicious of such a late date.
Meeting.
Considering what they're meeting for, I don't think so.
I think that he would prefer to have less people.
Okay then. So Jadmus, we might be needing a hostage. There's certain doors that need biometric locks.
You're acting as if I have a concern with this.
No concern. Just saying, we might need him. We might need to drag him around the facility.
I think I might be able to arrange that.
Excellent.
However,
You suppose he also has a thing for being taken hostage by pirates. That would be very...
Is Kira still in their quarters?
We can retcon that bag.
I missed something. It's good. So no, I'm there.
Okay. I could also see if he would be willing to have a threesome. And she's looking directly at Kyrus.
Kyrus raises one eyebrow.
Don't worry.
For old time's sake, am I right?
Yes. For old time's sake.
If you believe that any good would come of it.
It would give better leverage to have another person with me to take him hostage. And if he does anything to cross me, it will also give me a balance so I don't kill him outright.
I do not quite know what paradigm shift has caused me to be your balance, but it is indeed a pleasant change of pace. I'm in.
Then, when I call him, I will need you to be with me.
That does tend to be how these sorts of things work, Jadmus.
No. When I contact him about the meeting time.
She nods, a moment of realization. Of course.
Very well. Let's go schedule this meeting.
I'm just glad no one asked me.
Kyrus kind of claps Tarvin on the shoulder and gives him a look that says, "We'll talk later."
Nope, Tarvin's not even in the
Not
room.
gone. Fuck. Okay. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, Steiner meets Sin's eyes and like, me too.
You'll be later.
I will be never. And you will document that, Missy.
You ought to do for some very thorough vaccinations, Steiner.
He throws his hands up, apparently like in surrender, and goes, "Oh, please, jab me with your gentleman needle." Turns back around in his chair.
Yeah, I'm definitely leaving. I don't want to see this weird sex thing you're doing.
No one ever said anything about sex. It's legitimately vaccinations.
That's what it sounded like. I'm leaving just in case. You guys do you.
No, please, don't leave me alone with them.
So, Cassie, I will contact Mr. Lycos back. And let him know that let him know the time and that she was discussing it with a coworker, and she would be very interested in joining us. And I'm gonna do the kind of loving, caressy thing as I hold her close to kind of sell the whole. Oh yeah, this is gonna happen.
So my biggest question is, like, what's that gonna cost him?
Can Kyrus pull the stick out of her ass long enough to act like a decent human being?
I'm sure she can.
Probably.
You know, because she wants to keep this within a reasonable. What would have been the price it going through the service for just Jadis?
A number.
Time and a half?
Yeah, like. I'm not.
Are we actually going to get this money?
That's true, because if you're using if you're using an agency that you had prior worked with, the agency would be the one handling the money anyway. So, unless you told them to like actually, doctor up the stuff, then we're probably not seeing a penny.
Well, I did say I set it up through the agency, so.
Well, and there you go.
And he'd want to know if she was clean and through the agency.
She is through the agency.
And she is clean.
And
you managed to get Kyrus through the agency?
I can lie, can't I?
Oh, yeah, you can lie. This is true. The agency is getting half as much.
You for her services, because I really like you, Mr. Lycos, it will be half of what my services would be. And think of all the fun that we could have.
Think of all the fun that we will have.
Oh, good one.
Would be quite the memory.
Wouldn't it?
Jimmy, Discord.
God fucking damn it, Matt.
I'm not going to say that right now. There are a myriad of
Wait, you don't want your
possibilities.
verbal nat 20?
That is a very verbal nat 20.
It's okay. I read it. You could have said it.
Okay.
But it has to be posted somewhere.
I just posted it in Discord. We're good.
Okay, there we go.
So, the two of us at midnight, what do you say?
I think we'll... And he punches in some coordinates and sends them to you. We'll meet here.
Very well. We'll see you then. As soon as I turn the thing off, I'm just looking at Kyrus. I'm sorry I said that.
Did you not mean it?
How far are you willing to take this?
How far do you want to? Can we leave the past behind us? Can we agree that we are both adult enough to do that at this point in our lives?
I think we can. Can we both agree that this is part of my job and it's something that needs to happen?
If you're asking me to cool my heels and step back, then I'm sure I can learn.
Not completely. I don't want to do this all the time. But I figured that this would be a good time to do it.
Don't want to do this all the time, meaning I don't want to do this with Tarvin.
Shush your face. Shush your face, God.
When the situation is appropriate and the setting calls.
Then I think we have an agreement.
Kyrus kind of stands there awkwardly, wondering if they should shake on it or something.
Oh, Jazz will stick her hand out.
See, I don't think that Kyrus is smooth enough to actually capitalize on that at all. But I really wish she was. So she'll shake the hand.
Also, just going off of Tarvin's reaction. Not a word.
Not a word.
Okay.
I will not lie to the poor man. But...
Well, if it comes up, then you can tell him. But only if he brings it up.
Only if he brings it up, Judmus.
Okay. Shut up, Matt.
For everyone else, Matt's over here in a group DM like the Peanut Gallery, commenting on everything.
Because it's fucking funny.
Okay, so I guess that's... We'll let him know that midnight's the time to that this is gonna happen.
Is Jadmus's arm still around Kyrus?
No, that was only for
Okay.
the holographic display.
Okay.
Aww.
I mean, she really just had to sell it.
True.
Okay, so our turn is done for now.
Eyebrows.
Steiner is attempting to locate all the weak points in the network where he might plug in to do his business. As he talks with Shiv and Sin. Cassie, I'm rolling computers for that.
Okay.
Do I any additional die other than the standard difficulty?
I'm sorry. I was in the middle of swallowing when you said exactly what you were.
But what's going on now? Where was I for this?
Oh my!
I took a drink of my boozahol.
Your boozahol.
It tastes like peach cobbler.
Woman, you need to come to Georgia.
I'm not asking for the actual peach cobbler. I just want the
Wink,
booze
wink.
that tastes
Oh.
like peach cobbler.
Oh, I know. You need to come to Georgia.
Okay.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Alright. So you were rolling computers for what, Josh?
He's looking at the network architecture and finding the weakest points for himself to plug into.
Okay.
Do I get any bonus dice on this?
Yeah, you have a blue.
Okay. Yeah, I don't get any negatives for being pestered by Shiv and while I'm doing this. Shut up!
Why can't anybody succeed today?
I succeeded?
I succeeded hella hard.
This is my problem with symbol-based dice. They have to make a bunch of symbols that do nothing!
Right, to be fair, you do have 3 advantages.
I'm not sure what to use them for, though. Other than figuring out additional information about the system like it suggests.
What did someone suggest
Whoa.
the first time we were doing this? The some homebrew about you turning 3 advantages into a win?
So, in addition to knowing where the network access points are for, like, where the computers are and everything, you also can know where some of the wall panels are.
Okay, I'd go with
Slice
that.
indirectly.
Mark them on the map for me.
Yeah, I can do that. I can make up some places, right?
Right, just make up a few places.
One sec. Alright. Where you can open up some of the paneling, like over here. That's a really bad color for it. Let's go with red. Ah! Why did you not keep the color, you stupid machine? something over there. Something right there. That was 3 advantages. Yeah. Okay. Do you see those?
I do. So those are the wall panels. Okay. Like, that's all about all Steiner had to information gather on. I'm tapped out.
Garrus has got nothing here. She's kind of useless in this situation.
Anything for Sin, Shiv, or Tarvin?
I can charm the footage. I don't think I can do much here now.
And B&E is really not Tarvin's forte. I mean, any of the relevant skills for this, somebody else on the crew has better points in it than I do. I have points in a lot of them, but somebody else is better at it.
And Sin?
I'm not honestly sure what else we need right now. You know.
I believe you were looking at the security guard footage and trying to get their patrols down.
Right, sure. I mean, but with that, I mean, yeah, but is that like, should I be like rolling something, or is this more just of a like taking note kind of like, okay, we got the rotation down? I don't know.
Cassie?
What's up?
An answer to that question?
As far as what you've been watching the guards for, anything in particular?
No, it's mostly just trying to get down their routine so that we can like more easily avoid them while we're moving through the areas, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, I know we were planning to go in during the switchover and all that, but I mean, we're gonna be in there while they're you know, rotating or walking around and stuff, right? Like, we're not planning to.
Yeah, we're currently planning to insert ourselves right as the guard rotation is happening.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only other way we could like get the Mauser is if we like try to instigate some kind of like fire alarm or something. But I don't know.
That would kind of sabotage the date.
That is true.
Yeah, that would.
The other thing,
and also it would bring fire crew or turn on the suppression systems or whatever.
The other thing is, going in at a crossover time, normally it means that none of the guards are actively patrolling because they'd have to meet up with whoever their replacement is and discuss what happened on their shift, which buys us a few minutes.
Right, it gets us in, but I was mostly, you know, thinking like once we're in, eventually they're going to start, you know, their patrols. So knowing where they're patrolling, how they patrol, you know,
exactly
all that.
Yeah, no, you as far as those things go, you're pretty good at being able to see that just with the video.
Okie dokie. But yeah, so I mean, like, you know, you just want to try to memorize where they go, how they move, and then we can either avoid them or get the drop on them as necessary more easily anyway.
Mm-hmm. Sorry.
So yeah, I think that's basically all I've been doing. So unless I need to do something else.
Mm-hmm. I've been pretty good.
Okie dokie.
So yeah, at this point, I believe that the heist is set. We can move when we're ready. Or when the time comes.
So at this point, Tarvin comes walking back in on the bridge. He says, "So what am I doing?"
It's all done, Tarvin. Or Crown. It's all done, Crown.
I call bullshit. We don't have the hyperdrive yet. So what am I doing?
That's a good idea. We should like name roles and set out a plan. We have all the information. Now we just need a plan. So, let's go with what we do know. Who's got roles? Sorry, I gotta get it in the Steiner voice. So, let's get on this thing. Cadmus and Karis are going to be seducing and taking hostage a high-level researcher of this facility in his office.
Precisely.
Okay.
Keep your composure.
Kyrus shoots Tarvin a glance like, we'll talk later.
What room will that be going down in?
Wherever you need us.
Where's his office?
You have the maps.
He pokes a few buttons and puts it on screen. Or on a holo generator on the main console. These rooms aren't exactly, like, labeled. So, let's see.
Well, if I was to guess his office, I would say it would be...
So, Cassie, we're gonna need some information from you. Where's the front entrance?
Okay. Let me tab in. Front entrance / lobby.
Wait, where's the main entrance?
Hold
Sorry.
on. I need to. This is the main entrance.
Okay, so then... I'm guessing that would probably be his office then.
Does that look like an office? I'm gonna guess that's an office then.
Oh wait, no. No, sorry. I just see the desk and I keep overlooking the beds.
Out of character, didn't he give us a coordinate set for meeting him?
Yeah, you're gonna meet outside of the research facility. He's gonna have to check you guys in and everything.
Is there a back entrance?
That depends how much lube you have. I'm not
Kyrus?
apologizing.
Kyrus has a sword.
There is an emergency exit. There are 2 emergency exits. but they will set off massive alarms.
Okay.
There and there. Actually, wait. Not that one. So up here, like I said, and down here. Stupid fucking fly.
Okay. Do we know where this dude's office is, or is it unknown at this point?
At this point, it is unknown.
Alright, so, Karis and Jasmine have a way in. What about the rest of us?
And once we're in, can we not just let you in?
Well, he has to sign you in, so that assumes that there's some form of security at the front entrance.
I'm sure we can convince him to sign you in as well. There is a very, very concerningly evil smile on her face.
All of us?
Sexy.
Wait, what?
I see no reason not.
If you think that's an angle that'll work.
It is probably best to have a backup.
Is it possible to deactivate the alarms around the emergency exits?
Possibly, but I need to get inside. There are 3 wall panels near the entrance that I've identified. Any one of them could do. Plus any direct feed into the mainframe. From the network outlook, Cassie, where do I need to get to pull the data out of the mainframe?
The one with the biometrics that you were looking for is over here.
And that's where I probably need to be to pull the stuff out.
Yes.
Steiner, go there. Got it. Now, as for where our hyperdrive is... Did we see it on any of the video feeds? He looks at Sin.
Did I see it on any of the video feed?
Well, the biggest question is, do you know what it looks like?
Yeah, looks like a Class 2 hyperdrive, but half the size.
Yeah, I'm just looking for a small hyperdrive.
You've seen several, like, boxes that look like they could contain a half-size hyperdrive. But you're not sure which one it would be in.
I haven't seen anything concrete, just a few things big enough to contain it.
Where did you see them?
We'll go ahead and mark those on the map somewhere.
One sec. Let me find color for you. Go with hot pink. Let's see here. There are boxes over. Why are you not hot pink?
Because I refused on general principle.
Something over there. You've seen boxes kind of like scattered all over the hangar bay or whatever this big area is. I think it's supposed to be a hangar.
Did I see anything that appeared to be like some kind of secure storage?
Okay, probably the easiest way to get to it is if they're working on trying to reverse engineer the thing or whatever it is that they said that they were doing. Where is it that all the researchers keep going when they're on shift?
I was gonna say, we got we did get the general impression that they didn't steal it, but if these people are the ones who made it and are working on it, then that would still track. Where are the researchers going?
Well, between the computers, which is where they spend the vast majority of their time, and the big hangar bay thing.
Okay, so we probably should start there.
Okay, so beginnings of a plan here. We get in on the credit of this dude, of our merc. I, Jadmus, and Karis.
Someone writing this down?
Sure.
What, Cassie?
I was asking if someone's writing the plan down.
Oh, okay.
I can.
Okay.
Yes. Jadmus, Karis, and I will take our hostage, our mark, to the biometric lock computer, open it up, and I will pull the data. Meanwhile, Shiv, Tarvin, and Sin can raid that hangar for the actual physical parts. How do we want to get out? Suggestions?
It's a hangar, right?
Storage hangar.
No, those are two different things. Is it a hangar or is it storage?
Can we flip a destiny point or a light side point to make it a hangar so that we can get some flyboy in here?
Cassie?
Sorry, it is... Okay, as far as the hangar thing goes,
It is a hangar then?
It is not actually a hangar. It is a map of a hangar, and that's what I've been calling it. And I apologize.
So
it is a large room.
It is a large storeroom. Okay.
I repeat my previous question. Can we flip a light side point to make it into an actual hangar so that we can get Flyboy Tarvin in here?
Or even if it's not a like ship hangar,
but
like
has a docking port or something.
What we can do...
What I was going to say is, even if it's not a full ship hangar or anything, it could be something like, that's where they, if there's something that's getting shipped by what amounts to hover truck or whatever the fuck would be appropriate here, where it would come in to get loaded.
I was going to say, what we could do is this thing right here, and that docking thing that you have.
Yes.
Could, with the light side point, match up.
Cool, I'm flipping it.
Flip it.
Do you feel about some fancy flying, Crown?
I think I might be able to pull something out my butt.
That's my man.
Because
So-
we're all cool.
So Shiv and Sin will go to the storeroom, find the hyperdrive, and then Tarvin flies by, extends our umbilical, and pulls it out. With those two as well. Then, myself and our two other individuals will, get there as well.
Well, and if we end up getting to a point where we have a team that's in there and able to open up that loading door, that's how all of the rest of us could get in. Because we have two objectives. One is to get the drive, and the other one's to get the information. Yeah, it's a secondary one, but if nothing else, once that door is open, we can just kind of move in and do whatever we need to, right?
It does make more sense. It'd be easier to pass me off as some form of bodyguard. I don't know. That just might be even too implausible.
No, it's just all the girls have to do is just say, "Hey, just show. Oh, we're, this is a work date and everything, but show us what you've been working on." And then once you get into the room, you guys know how a freaking Bay console works. One of you just boop. Oops, whatever shall we do? I had a sword in my pants. How's it going?
So yes.
It is a fairly intimidating sword.
It does kill people dead, and it looks it.
Does that seem like a work? Team A, Team B?
Yeah, infiltration team and extraction and acquisition team. And then while we're looking through that, assuming that it's even in that room, regardless of if it's in the room, I should say, while we're looking around, infiltration team can then go try to use their biometrics buddy to get a hold of the data.
Yes. Any disagreements? Plot holes?
Biggest thing about a job like this is you got to make sure that you minimize your number of points of failure.
I think it might be possible.
Go ahead.
I think it might be possible to charm him away from a console while Kyrus activates it.
You are always the more charming of the two of us.
Okay. So, hard numbers now. Team A consists of Cadmus, Karis, me? Question mark?
No, you should stay on the boat.
Okay.
I don't think he's into Chadrafan.
Probably not.
My only suggestion would have been, and I will apologize beforehand to both Ovastu and Steiner, was to imply that you were a servant carrying implements of pleasure for us.
I'm okay with this. People overlook the small guy all the time.
I don't think that's... Yeah, maybe. But I kind of stand out.
Well,
yeah, that is true.
Plus,
wait, what?
If I go in with Team A, then I can scrub the security cameras and make sure no one knows that it was us who pulled this job.
Can't you do that after the fact, though?
Yeah,
There'll be.
But the
You
security
could do that
guards-
before we even. You could set it up to have a system failure in the middle of the whole op. From here, we have access to their network, right?
I'm gonna have to ask for Cassie's justification on this one. Would our access to their network allow me to do that, or is it just that we can observe?
Right now you can only observe.
That's what I figured, because that's kind of what I specified the machine to do anyway. No, the box we hooked up only lets us observe. I can't send any data back through it. It is a one-way street.
Basically, you sliced their security feed to, like, like a headphone splicer or whatever.
Yeah, that way we could. It was safer that way. If I could send stuff back to them, then they might have a chance of detecting it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, can't set that up. I need to be inside to set that up.
Which do you weigh, Senator?
That's an odd question, but okay. I wrote this down somewhere. Hang on. Oh, it doesn't actually have it. It just has a height thing. He's only a meter tall, so probably like 20, 24 pounds, something like that.
I think we're all overlooking something very important here. Steiner is small. Could you just shove him in a purse or something?
The problem with that, though, is if they have to go through security, they will likely go through bags.
So getting back to one of my other questions from before, though, what are the chances of being able to wipe the security feed while we're in the up, so that then we only have to worry about 2 methods of entry? Because the as far as the whole minimizing your number of points of failure idea I was talking about, Steiner, if you're going in with the girls, they have to convince this dude who's doing something that he knows is against the rules, having a third surprise person.
That is true.
And that's where my concern comes in, because that has, if that part fails, this whole thing is a wash.
That is true. I was thinking of it pragmatically as if the sooner we can get those cameras offline, the better, because that means the sooner that the security can't use them. But I could easily take care of that. There's a couple maintenance panels just one room over from our drop point. So while you guys do that, I will run on over to either there or there.
Yeah, because I was figuring
Probably
that
here it has more cover.
Yeah, what I was kind of figuring was that if you came in with extraction team and whatnot and did the coming in through the ship, while everybody's looking for the stuff, you could deal with all your system stuff. It's probably going to take us a little bit.
That, or I can just run up to the as fast as I can up to the console the girls will have secured.
Yeah.
But again, hopefully that we have no patrols to any of these hallway accesses. But yes, I do probably need to get to the biometrics console, the mainframe console, to get the data out. Okay. But I think that pretty much solidifies the plan, right?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
The plan, yes.
Shiv? Gladius?
I'm bad.
I just wondering if... Yeah. I hadn't heard anything, so... And Tarvin, you're fine with this plan?
Yeah, he just does deploy the ship, which is exactly what he's statted out to do.
Okay, well,
And have a long discussion with his wife.
just making sure that everyone approved.
The disapproval will be loud, not heard through the ship's bulkheads.
Oh my.
And I promise a dramatic recap of the argument. If there is one.
Alright. So, we have a plan, we have some ideas of where to go, and we have a time that is 9:30 and a very tired GM.
Set the first mission, at least 4 sessions. Great.
At least you guys still get to roll dice.
Hell yeah.
Hey, I'm rather surprised that I did as well as I have tonight.
Okay then, let's wrap it up. Let's play this song that Cassie wanted me to play as our outro.
I hope you all are ready for this.
I'm not ready.
It is in honor of
Jimmy's game.
In honor of Jimmy's game officially being on this channel. So
Thank you.
I'm not sure you should say that yet.
You shouldn't say that yet.
It was a questioning tone.
anyway.
Alright, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Good
night.
night.
Good night.
Bye.
I'm gonna cut this thing so hard if it turns out to be awful.
Live long and prosper if you're one of us. May the force be with you, unless that phrase don't fit you. Forever we have been at odds, 'cause you're a drooling Trekkie, says the Lucas lackey. Whatever. We are out in space, the last frontier, seeking life that's new and strange out here, and new civilizations in the great beyond, boldly going where no one has gone. Our tale is better in every way, in a galaxy far, far away. A great adventure happened a long, long time ago, but then I don't suppose that you would know. We have ray guns we call phasers, we have blasters and lightsabers, we have ships that fly at warp, yeah, it's called hyperspace, you dorks. We've got the Mugato and you have got Ewoks. Yeah, well, a guy who plays with tribbles shouldn't talk. Oh, come on, let's not fight, it's so unintellectual. How about we join sides and be bisexual? That's disgusting. Yeah, forget I mentioned it. Klingons shooting at our starboard side. We got a whole breach on the Enterprise. We drift into the neutral zone and we're on the wrong side. We'd need a wormhole to get out alive. On a moon of Yavins where we hide, we're having trouble with the hyperdrive.
planet keeps on spinning, and the Death Star's now inside. We hope the rebels take it out in time. Well, come on, let's not fight. It's so unintellectual. How about we join sides and be bitrektual? Wouldn't it be nice and so much more effectual to put our cares aside and be bitrektual? Think how awesome it would be a team up with Jean-Luc and Leia. Kirk and Chewie save the day, blowing up a bird of prey. Han and Spock, they set a net and trap the Borg and Boba Fett. While 3PO and Data raid a TIE fighter to capture Vader. Luke and Worf get into it and blow the Death Star into bits. And then we throw the tribbles into the Sarlacc pit. And then we kick the Ewoks into it. Live long and prosper, so say we all. Wait, what? May the Force be with you, may the Time Lords keep you. Forever we can babble on. There's no use debating, the Stargate's waiting. So come on, let's not fight, it's so unintellectual. How about we join sides and be bitrektual? So let's take the advice of an Asian homosexual.
Fellow star folks, cool it down.
Celebrity voice impersonated.
Let's put our cares aside and be bitrektual. Hell, I want to be sci-fi multi-trektual.
Live long and prosper!
May the Force be with you!
Never give up! Never surrender!
To infinity and beyond!